On July 21st, 2023, while on patrol, Trooper Blake Irvin observed a Cadillac traveling over the speed limit. Trooper Irvin activated his emergency lights and sirens, prompting the driver to pull over. Initially, everything seemed routine as the driver slowed down and moved to the side of the road. However, the situation quickly escalated when the driver suddenly accelerated and fled the stop, initiating a pursuit. At this moment, the driver was traveling at approximately 112 mph, well over the speed limit, passing every vehicle in his path. Shortly afterward, the suspect took an exit and began fleeing through a residential area, significantly increasing the danger to pedestrians and other drivers.
They went to the party. On 75.
JJ, do you get us up?
I'm trying. He keeps going off road on me.
The suspect took the pursuit to a whole new level of danger, recklessly weaving around houses as if it were a scene from GTA. However, his risky maneuvers came to an abrupt end when the trooper caught up and rammed the suspect's vehicle, forcing it to a stop. Turns out the suspect was driving his girlfriend's car. Something tells me their relationship didn't survive this chase. He was arrested and taken into custody, bringing this wild pursuit to a close. A Philadelphia area pizza delivery driver, Tyler Morrell of Caco's Pizza in Aston, Pennsylvania, became an unlikely hero. Check out why. As officers chased down the suspect, a quick-thinking pizza delivery driver stepped in, stopping the suspect and helping officers make the arrest. And if that wasn't impressive enough, he still managed to deliver the pizza without any issues. Much respect for this delivery guy. Let me know your thoughts on this incredible moment. Write them down in the comments below. On Wednesday, October 30th, 2024, a city of Breckenridge Hills police officer conducted a traffic stop near the intersection of Calvert Avenue and North Avenue. The stop was initiated for a license plate violation and excessively tinted windows on a 2014 Lexus.
What's going on, boss? I'm Sergeant Walsh with Breckenridge Hills. The only reason I'm stopping you is you have an improperly displayed front plate and you got some dark tint on the car. That's the only reason.
I don't have no officers all the way around.
One more time?
Both of my places in the right place. Yes. Yeah. I apologize too.
It's upside down and you can't see it from outside.
I'm so sorry. I apologize, Tom. Me and my
During the traffic stop, the officer observed signs of possible intoxication and requested the driver exit the vehicle for a field sobriety test, which the driver refused. While allowing the driver to search for his insurance card, the officer discreetly placed a tire deflation device in front of one of the vehicle's tires. Moments later, the driver fled the stop, prompting the officer to activate his emergency lights and siren and initiate a pursuit.
Robert 92.
Forever 92?
Robert 92, that vehicle blew off on the driver's heavily intoxicated northbound on Coward passing north. The vehicle has been spiked.
That's clearing northbound Calvert, passing north, units to assist him.
As the pursuing officer arrived on scene and attempted to approach the vehicle, the driver fired a weapon toward the officer. Police returned fire, striking the driver, who was then taken into custody and transported to an area hospital for life-saving treatment. On Thursday, October 31st, 2024, the St. Louis County Prosecuting Attorney's Office issued charges against the suspect, Javon Henderson, 30, for assault, first-degree special victim, armed criminal action, and resisting arrest. Detectives recovered a 9mm semi-automatic pistol and an AR-15 style pistol from Henderson's vehicle, along with 2 fired 9mm casings. In total, 87 shots were fired by law enforcement. On Friday, December 13, 2024, Trooper observed a dark sedan speeding at 110 miles per hour in a 65 miles per hour zone. As the vehicle passed, the driver braked suddenly before cresting a hill. Trooper attempted to catch up, but saw the sedan accelerate to 130 miles per hour. With lights and sirens activated, Trooper pursued the vehicle. As they approached Interstate 630, the suspect vehicle turned off all lights, continuing to evade pursuit. Trooper then notified Troop A Communications, declaring an active pursuit.
Item 14.
I'm trying to catch 130. Alright, I'm 1037. He's blacked out. We're taking 630 east on 430. He turned his lights back on. We're slowing down. We're here getting on 630 on the ramp. It's a maroon Toyota Camry, Tim tags. Driver, get out of the car! Put your hands up, get out, step away from me. Nope, you stay in there.
Okay, I'm with you.
Driver, step out, face away from me. They've stopped her on the ramp. I've got 4 gunpoint. Face away from me, walk backwards to me.
The vehicle came to a stop on the ramp. A felony stop was conducted and all 5 occupants were detained. The driver, identified as Mr. Keelan Shorter, admitted in a post-Miranda interview that he had been attempting to evade capture. But once he realized he couldn't escape, he pulled over. All 4 passengers were released without charges. Mr. Shorter was transported to the Pulaski County Regional Jail and charged with fleeing, vehicle or conveyance with substantial danger of death, speeding, reckless driving, and driving on a suspended license. On November 8, 2024, the Tampa Police Department notified the Florida Highway Patrol about an organized street takeover event in Tampa. Officers reported a large group of vehicles performing donuts in the parking lot. FHP units responded, and upon entering the parking lot with emergency lights and sirens activated, troopers observed a white Nissan Altima. The vehicle nearly collided with 2 marked FHP patrol cars, despite their activated emergency lights and sirens. The suspect vehicle accelerated in an attempt to evade the trooper, who successfully executed a pit maneuver, bringing the chase to an immediate end. The driver, identified as Jaya L. Lee, and the passenger, Ty Chavez Jones, surrendered without further incident. Both individuals were transported to the Hillsborough County Jail and charged with unlawful racing on highway while engaged in a coordinated street takeover, aggravated fleeing to elude,
Pit, start 52.
On April 6, 2024, Troop D Communications issued a BOLO for a black Nissan Altima, wanted for felony shoplifting out of Locust Grove. A black Nissan Altima matching the description was spotted in the number 2 lane. Upon closer observation, Trooper Williams noticed damage to the front passenger bumper, consistent with details provided, which was later confirmed by Corporal James. Trooper Williams held back, waiting for another unit to arrive before initiating a traffic stop. However, the driver began changing lanes erratically and increasing speed. Williams activated emergency lights and sirens to conduct a traffic stop, but the suspect fled, initiating a pursuit.
Headed up towards the 228, down the left lane.
Go left lane 228.
Now going in the left lane. There's a lot of cars for me to, I'm unable to pit. There's a lot of cars around.
Everyone able to fit.
In the left lane. Now passing the 228. Contact Troop C in Clinton County border.
I'll step around the line.
Troopers attempted a pit maneuver immediately after the pursuit began, but it was unsuccessful. The suspect, now aware of the tactic, began brake checking and accelerating each time a trooper approached his vehicle to attempt another maneuver.
Attempted to pit. They still rolling. We in coming up on the 231. They're going towards the right lane.
Everyone set to fit. Continue.
Left lane, passing the 233. They going over towards the right lane.
Step forward, go to the right lane 223.
Despite the suspect's erratic driving, the trooper managed to stay close, ensuring the vehicle never left sight. However, due to heavy traffic, executing a pit maneuver was not a viable option. Attempting such a tactic in these conditions could have escalated an already dangerous pursuit, posing an even greater risk to other motorists.
Getting off at the 237, excuse me, continuing on the 237. They on the right shoulder.
You guys continue on 237.
10-4, they on the left shoulder.
Left going north, left lane.
Once the road finally cleared, it was the moment everyone was waiting for.
Step full west 285.
Pit, 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 pit. Pit, pit, pit. Start 52. Walk backwards towards me. Face away from me. Walk backwards. Walk backwards.
With the scene tense and visibility limited by the vehicle's dark tint, the troopers acted swiftly. The passenger, Crystal Lachelle King, emerged with hands raised and was detained without incident. Meanwhile, the driver, Haley Christine Bott, claimed injury complicating efforts to remove her from the vehicle. Deputies coordinated to secure Bott, who was later handed over to medical personnel due to her condition, while charges awaited her release. The investigation revealed the vehicle's false Tennessee tag, further uncovering Bott as the registered owner under a different plate. The car was towed, and King was transferred into custody after medical clearance.
Full fire. We got 1050 on Florence and Mannheim. That's at least 3 vehicles.
On April 18th, 2023, Rosemont police were alerted to a stolen vehicle by license plate reading technology. When an officer spotted the vehicle, they attempted a stop, but the suspect fled, initiating a high-speed pursuit.
Turning right onto Mannheim North.
The suspect was driving recklessly at high speeds, dangerously weaving between vehicles and running red lights. That would ultimately prove to be his big mistake.
Full fire. We got 1050 on Florence and Mannheim. That's at least 3 vehicles wrecked out, and we have the ascending vehicle on its top. Stand by for further. We're going to have...
The chase didn't last long as the suspect exited the highway and caused a multi-vehicle collision at Mannheim Road in Lawrence. Schiller Park and Chicago fire departments responded to the scene, rushing the suspect to a local hospital for treatment. The driver was later identified by Illinois State Police. What do you think what punishment this suspect deserved? On October 11th, 2021, in Jacksonville, Florida, the Flagler County Sheriff's Office received a BOLO for a white Ford F-250 traveling on State Road 100, reported stolen. As soon as deputies located the stolen vehicle, the suspect spotted them and immediately began fleeing.
1050.
Covered.
Dispatch has been updated.
Vehicle's not stopping, heading toward the front entrance.
Copy, vehicle not stopping, heading towards the front entrance.
Dispatch has been updated.
Running over the medians.
Copy, running over median.
You are going the wrong way down the street.
Westbound 100. Sticks missed.
Copy, 6 missed.
The suspect made his way out of the parking lot driving like a maniac. He showed no regard for the safety of others, with only one thing on his mind: escaping at any cost.
White F-250. Alright, he just dropped tools out the back. Everybody be careful coming up. Fireflight, can you let me know when you get on scene, please? Copy, we're passing Beltair 100. At the marked patrol car at 111. Guys, be careful. Watch out, a welder's next. You see the welder coming 111?
Got it.
Who is the lead car?
111's lead, 624 in second. I'll be calling.
Definitely, thank you.
All right, guys.
The stolen vehicle began to fall apart. Not just the items from the trailer, but the suspect also lost one of the tires. That made his escape even harder.
They're probably like 30 miles per hour, maybe 35. 313, I need you to block Cody's corner, please, for any cross traffic come through.
The suspect realized there was no way out and came to a stop. He was immediately arrested and taken into custody, bringing this chase to an end. He was charged with felony, fleeing and eluding, possession of stolen property, reckless driving, theft or damage to property. On October 12, 2024, at around 9:49 a.m., Trooper Trey Smith observed a gray Mercedes speeding eastbound on Interstate 630, clocking it at 81 miles per hour in a 60 mph zone near mile marker 5. The vehicle exited onto University Avenue southbound, and though briefly delayed by traffic, Trooper Smith kept sight of it. As he crossed 12th Street, he spotted the car in the right lane attempting to flee at high speed. Trooper Smith then initiated his lights and siren to pursue. The trooper lost sight of the suspect due to heavy traffic, but another trooper quickly located the vehicle. With the lights and sirens activated, the suspect finally pulled over.
Step out of the car. Lay on the ground. Back here. Forty, are you close? You're good, man.
430, not the stagecoach.
The suspect was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. When asked why he fled, he claimed he was rushing to a friend's house, even sideswiping another vehicle in the process. On October 17, 2024, Trooper Minotti and Trooper Butler heard about a pursuit involving Monticello police and a black motorcycle driven by Huey Zane Brooks. Brooks had a suspended license, a recent history of fleeing, and a felony warrant for possession of methamphetamine. Before troopers joined in, Monticello officers reported Brooks speeding into oncoming traffic, passing cars on a double yellow line, and even running off the road onto private property, barely avoiding damage.
PD, I'm behind everybody on Bill Henry.
Native primary.
Emergency and 2 fails, remind everybody I'm in route. 2-4.
He wrecked out.
When Trooper Butler saw Brooks trying to get back on the road, he used an intentional intervention, blocking his path with the front of his patrol car. Brooks hit the push bumper, lost control, and crashed into a ditch. He fell off his bike, which came to a stop right beside him. An ambulance was called right away. Brooks was awake and had no visible injuries, but was taken to the hospital to get checked out. His motorcycle was badly damaged and later towed. Brooks now faces several charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, speeding, and riding without a license or insurance. 4th, 2021. a trooper spotted a motorcycle flying down Georgia 120, then turning onto Georgia 6 at over 100 miles per hour. The rider was lane splitting and weaving through traffic like he had nothing to lose. Radar clocked him at 103 miles per hour before the trooper hit the lights, and the chase was on.
Still westbound. I tried to channel him. Didn't work. Turning on to 61 North.
Turn 61 north into the channel.
278, wrong side of the road. Black male driver. Coming up on Old Harris, coming up on Old Harris. Stand by, stand by. He almost hit several vehicles head on.
After flying down the wrong side of the road and nearly causing a crash, the rider suddenly made a U-turn but stayed on the same side.
Stand by. Black male rider wearing black leather, red pants. Back at 102. Passing Old Harris again. 278. Tip 50, 70, 1070. Get on the ground! Get on the ground! Get on the ground! I don't give you idiot! You idiot! I don't give a you almost killed several people!
The rider crashed into a car and was thrown into the median, and his bike burst into flames. Trooper rushed to arrest him, then checked on the other driver. The suspect, Alexander Nasworthy, had a suspended license and was taken to the hospital. He was told to turn himself in after release. On July 9th, 2020, Trooper was traveling east on West Solomon Street when a green motorbike with a monster logo ran a stop sign at the intersection. A second motorbike, yellow in color, also ran the stop sign while driving on the wrong side of the road, heading north on North 18th Street. Trooper activated emergency lights and siren to initiate a traffic stop, but both riders looked over their shoulders and took off, initiating a vehicle pursuit.
Yellow dirt bike.
As the motorcyclists split up, the trooper decided to go after the rider on the yellow bike, attempting to bring him to a stop.
Now making a right on turn on 13th Street. Yellow dirt bike, shirt, black face. Put your hands up. Get down on the ground right now. Get down on the ground.
The suspect cut through a backyard, crossing a grassy field. Seeing where he was headed, the trooper maneuvered between two houses and positioned the patrol car near a driveway to maintain visibility from the roadway. Once back on the road, the trooper spotted the motorbike in a ditch and the driver limping away toward the woods. The trooper ran into the field with an issued Glock 45 drawn, ordering the suspect to stop and get on the ground. The suspect was identified as Ventavious Johnson. He was taken into custody and transported to the Spalding County Jail without further. In 2023 in Lee County, Florida, an FHP trooper spotted a red Dodge Charger tearing out of the Romance nightclub parking lot, weaving recklessly through traffic and blasting through a red light without hesitation. The trooper flipped on his lights and sirens to make a stop, but the driver had other plans.
It's gonna be a red Dodge Charger, right was part of it. He's taking off. 28 for 28. Palm Beach approaching, just past Marshall. We are headed westbound. 1737, that vehicle signal is working. Riverside and Palm Beach headed north on Riverside. Vehicle's still going.
Even though the suspect crashed almost immediately, he somehow managed to recover, flooring it again and continuing to flee like nothing happened.
Passing Seaboard, headed eastbound. That's 10-4. The vehicle.
Let me see your hands! Let me see your hands! Hands on the steering wheel!
The pursuit didn't last long. The trooper quickly caught up and brought the Charger to a stop. The driver was arrested and taken into custody without further incident. When asked why he ran, he simply said he was scared. Not exactly a good reason, but one lesson he won't forget anytime soon. Troop H dispatch and local police receive a call from a nearby bank involving a suspect just tried to cash a forged check and fled the scene. Within minutes, Trooper McElroy and Lieutenant Smith from Boonville PD are dispatched to locate the suspects. They find them sitting at a gas station. But the moment the patrol cars arrive, the driver hits the gas and the chase is on.
36 Smith, 237.
State police is trying to stop this vehicle. Looks like we're going to be in pursuit. Eastbound in pursuit.
Eastbound, highway.
Challenger.
WD's with me. They try to cash a forged check at the bank here.
What is this?
Maroon Dodge Challenger, 2 black males.
Maroon Challenger, 2 white males, current 1020.
Passing rock line. It's a temp tag, I can't read it. Speed's at 80.
Trooper McElroy takes the lead as the pursuit tears out of Boonville toward Magazine. Speeds climb fast as the suspects push their car to the limit, knowing backup from Troop J is waiting ahead.
Passing the ball field.
The trooper stayed close behind, and as he started closing the distance, the suspect began passing vehicles recklessly, showing he was willing to do whatever it takes to get away.
Another 5.
I can get up here on the street.
East of Magazine, Trooper McElroy sees his chance, immediately lining up for a pit maneuver.
Fort Smith started EMS. They hit a tree, went up, hit them, cars on fire.
The trooper executed a pit maneuver at nearly 100 miles per hour, sending the vehicle spinning into the ditch before slamming into the trees and bursting into flames. Troopers rushed to the wreck and pulled both suspects out, injured but conscious. They were armed but chose to comply and were taken into custody. They're lucky to be alive, and they learned the hard way why you never run from an Arkansas state trooper. 6th, 2023. A bright orange Dodge Challenger was tearing up I-75, recklessly weaving through traffic at high speed. Henry County Police were in hot pursuit, but it wouldn't be long before Trooper Williams stepped in to assist and took over a pursuit as a primary unit. Staging ahead of the chase near mile marker 228, Trooper Williams joined in just as the Challenger flew past him on the shoulder. Taking over as primary, the trooper watched as the driver darted left to right, aggressively pushing through traffic. The suspect was squeezing through every tiny gap, trying to gain distance, but heavy traffic quickly turned against him, forcing him to slow down and giving the trooper a chance to close in. The driver bolted on foot across the interstate, but his run didn't last long. He was caught moments later by Clayton County deputies and taken into custody without further incident. The suspect, 23-year-old Nathan James Rogers, was now facing the full weight of the law, and the chase was over just as fast as it began. 2024, in Seminole County, Florida, a burgundy sedan came flying down I-4 at 112 miles per hour in a 70 zone. For most people, that's reckless speeding. For 28-year-old Wilfred Ruiz, it was just the beginning of a chase that would turn Interstate 4 into a war zone. Ruiz refused to stop when Trooper Brandon Cano lit him up. Instead, he floored it.
1328, can you provide an update of 1020 and what are the traffic conditions?
Moderate traffic.
1 mile away.
Light traffic. As soon as I get a chance, I want to put it. I just gotta get to him.
Hi, copy.
Only be able to do it when you slow down. Right now we're at 95, so we're not doing it otherwise.
That's 10-4.
I'm passing the 117. Passing the 116. I'm right. We're passing the 115. Light traffic. Speed 115.
10-4, 1049 is Volusia County Sheriff's Office.
I believe so. It's an unmarked unit. Approaching the 114.
Ruiz refused to stop when Trooper Brandon Cano lit him up. Instead, he floored it, weaving recklessly between cars, pushing past 120 miles per hour, and nearly causing multiple crashes. And if you think that was a crazy driving, wait until you see the rest of this wild chase.
12 miles per hour, but I'm right on Leonardo down here.
10-4, 100, how far out are you? Copy, 195 miles per hour, center lane.
The problem like the 417 that's coming up on I-4. Can we get air there?
That has been requested. And last unit you said your ID was 604, you're keying up with an alias. Copy, 109 westbound, 100 miles per hour. I'm just 14, not sure if it's the RO or not. Do show that he's valid.
Yeah, but I need traffic. I need to be the 160. We're passing the 107.
Somehow, Ruiz held that burgundy sedan steady, threading through traffic at triple-digit speeds without a single slip. With so many cars on the road, Trooper Cano had no safe window for a pit. Every attempt was blocked. Every opening vanished in seconds. For the next 10 minutes, the chase raged across I-4. Ruiz never lifted, his sedan darting across lanes like a missile, while troopers fought to keep the public safe. Finally, backup units closed the gap, forming a net around the speeding car. With more cruisers stacking in, the options were running out for Ruiz, and the pressure was mounting to bring this madness to an end.
276, you make 1025 with the aircraft. Going on the main line, approaching 436, light traffic.
Copy. 1105 on your lap. That's the form. We requested all that. I copy to 1020. 86. I copy to at the 86.
This time, troopers pinned him in, crushing his hope of escape. But what they found next shocked even the seasoned troopers. Ruiz began overdosing, trembling and fading fast. Troopers hit him with Narcan not once, but 4 times. He later admitted he'd swallowed drugs mid-chase to destroy evidence. Inside the car, troopers uncovered cocaine, scales, baggies, stolen IDs, and credit cards. Ruiz, already on probation for aggravated assault, was booked into Orange County Jail with a mountain of new charges, including felony fleeing, reckless driving, drug possession, and more. On October 3, 2024, Arkansas State Trooper Joseph Harris was on patrol when he clocked an SUV speeding coming from the opposite direction. Trooper Harris quickly turned around to catch up, but the driver of the SUV spotted the U-turn, and that's when the fleeing began. The suspect hit the gas, trying to outrun the trooper before he even had a chance to initiate a stop. After the pit, the suspect's vehicle came to a stop, but not before the trooper's patrol car crashed into a ditch. As a second trooper arrived and continued the pursuit, the suspect bailed out and fled on foot.
Go in, slide your butt over. Slide your butt towards the middle and put your feet over here. You know what I'm saying?
Bro, dude, I'm stupid, man. Bro.
The suspect was arrested and taken into custody without further incident, finally bringing the chase to an end. Fortunately, the trooper who crashed into the ditch during the pit was not injured.
Stand by for pit, north and backward, north and backward.
10-4 north and backward.
On March 17, 2024, Trooper was alerted to a stolen vehicle traveling on Route 1. After running the Maryland registration, Trooper confirmed the vehicle was actively entered as stolen in NCIC. While on southbound Route 1, a gray sedan failed to stop at a red light. As Trooper made a U-turn, the vehicle accelerated to a high rate of speed on northbound Route 1. Trooper activated emergency equipment, but the vehicle failed to yield and a pursuit ensued.
We're at Franklin Street, flipping a U-turn. Going back southbound Route 1, coming up on 495.
Southbound Route 1.
Try to keep them on Route 1 if you can. Right, you just made contact with 1748 again. Force them west. Alright, westbound local.
Westbound local in.
I put the U-turn at Fairhaven and he started eluding before I realized there was someone there. We're getting on westbound now from Route 1. There's light traffic. We're only at 95 right now. We're at 95 trying to roll in roadblock it right now. Alright, we're coming up on Telegraph, center lane. Alright, he just hit 1748 again, for 176 over 6.
10-4 176 over 6.
Coming up on Telegraph.
Coming up.
Left lane.
Troopers were trying to box in the suspect and bring this chase to the safest end possible, but that's no easy task. The suspect was determined to make it as difficult as possible, doing everything he could to evade capture.
Up on Eisenhower, still trying to roll in roadblock him. Still trying to roll in roadblock, speed 70, light traffic, right lane. I don't think he made contact with him. Looks like 1748 is with us if he wants to pin it out. I'm here passing Eisenhower right now.
Passing Eisenhower.
Slow down through slow it down. Alright, he just ran me off the road. West of Eisenhower, 173 over 8. Light traffic. Coming up on Van Dorn, light traffic, 90 miles an hour, still trying to run the block.
Coming up on Van Dorn.
11, I'm going to try to have spikes at Braddock.
Still coming up on Van Dorn, 75. See if we can try to force him westbound still.
The troopers realized just how dangerous this chase was getting and quickly requested assistance. Another trooper joined the pursuit, but things quickly spiraled out of control. It was clear that this chase had to be stopped before anyone got hurt.
Fairfax 1 in service, heads to state. Get spikes up on the ramp to the cave. Keep it tight, there we go. Yep. Trying to block them right out here on the on-ramp.
Good job, Region 4.
I just ran the trooper again. He's definitely hit a couple troopers now. Let me hit him out.
Alright, switch to get past the traffic now. At the bottom of the ramp, we got two vehicles ahead of us right here.
Yeah, you just keep running. So my car's got some pretty good damage. Just door whenever you're ready. You guys work on that. I got the radio. Coming up on back, looking a mile. Light traffic speed 110.
Stand by for pit, north of backlit, north of backlit.
10-4 north of backlit.
And we'll start moving right now. Y'all go ahead, do y'all job. People just 1050 hard across all lanes.
1050 across all lanes.
The driver, identified as Reggie Philip White, fled on foot, triggering a foot pursuit. Troopers quickly apprehended him, with assistance from the Fairfax County Police helicopter. The two remaining passengers also fled but were caught shortly after. White was placed under arrest and transported to the Fairfax County Adult Detention Center without incident. He faces a long list of charges including grand larceny, auto theft, felony eluding, and multiple counts of felony assault on law enforcement. In Wooster, Ohio, April 2, 2025, Wooster police began investigating a stolen license plate. The plate was quickly entered into the flock camera system, which helps track license plates across the city. It didn't take long to locate it. Now attached to a silver Honda Pilot driving through the northern part of town, officers located the vehicle and attempted a traffic stop.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired!
The suspect immediately exited his vehicle and opened fire on the officer, firing several rounds. The officer returned fire, but the suspect quickly jumped back into his vehicle and fled the scene. Due to the patrol car being damaged by gunfire, Wooster police were unable to continue the pursuit. Shortly after, the Wayne County Sheriff's Department and Ohio State Highway Patrol located the suspect's vehicle, and a second pursuit was initiated.
Aviation is en route. Yeah. Those now reach past on WLS. Space. Give them space.
Speed 70.
Next crossroads, gonna be far north.
Going up to Barter.
As soon as you do it, get cover. 475, 85 front, I'll be with 95.
Copy.
Make sure you have people with you in your setup, and their setup as well, people with long guns.
During the pursuit, the suspect fired several more rounds at officers from inside the vehicle. Because of the ongoing threat, officers kept their distance, avoiding getting too close while maintaining visual contact. Knowing the suspect was armed and dangerous, they held back and waited for backup to arrive before making any aggressive moves.
1107, maybe try and take a passenger side so he doesn't have an angle on you.
Okay.
Okay, on that 1107.
through Cutter.
Passing Cutter, so westbound.
Car at the top of the hill, people behind. Continuing west through Honeytown.
Passing Honeytown.
Moreland.
Northbound Fredericksburg from Moreland.
I just shot up hit again. He's pointing the gun at me. Pit!
Officer collided with the suspect's vehicle on Cleveland Road at the exit ramp, bringing it to a stop. With the chase finally over, the next step is to take the armed suspect into custody.
Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Get out of the vehicle! I put in my vehicle's gonna be disabled. We're gonna have a gunpoint. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Let's get out. Get out. Come back to me! Hey, send the dog! Wait. Hey, let's go. You ready? All right. All right, hey, clear the car first. Show me your hands! I can't see his other hand! Put your other hand up! Put your other hand up! Put your other hand up! You will get shot! Put your other hand up now! Put your other hand up!
I can't move it.
The suspect was taken into custody and transported to Worcester Community Hospital before being flown by life flight to Akron General Hospital due to life-threatening injuries from an apparent gunshot wound. Thankfully, no officers were injured during the entire incident.